I don't know if you noticed this, but I was doing that piece with 2 fingers. Let's go over what we learned in our last limited mobility playing. We learned that the strings are lettered E, A, D, G, B, E going down. They're numbered going up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We learned that as we come down the fretboard, everything's in alphabetical order, so this is nothing but a grid board is all it is. So our string E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. We start at A, B, C, D, E, F, G. When we get to G, we start over. So wherever we're starting on this fretboard, if we're starting at E, our next letter is F. Down the strings, E, A, D, G, B, E, our next string is A, so the letter after that is simply B. Now on that grid pattern, there's 2 strings that are together, or two letters that have another letter with them immediately. Otherwise, we skip a fret. E and F are together, B and C are together. So E and F are together, F is right next to that, then we skip a space. Our next letter is G. Then we skip a space. Our next letter is A because we start over. Our next letter is B, we skip a space. B and C are together, B, C. We learned in our last film that there's certain patterns we can play over and over and the music works out. It's a pattern of 1, 3, 4 and a 1, 4, 5. let's not concentrate on that. Let's just concentrate on how to play. We can do that over and over, all over the fretboard, and make certain patterns work. That, you know, the music just works out. We learned that we can take any two dots or any three dots in a pattern and form a box just by looking at them in groups of twos. So we can take any of the strings in here will work out musically for you except for one. Let's not concentrate on all the ones that will work out. Let's concentrate on the one that doesn't always sound just right, and that's this one on our second string going up in the box, which is from dot to dot, 3 dots total. You've got only one position that doesn't always work out musically, and that's that one right there. Now, we learned that our strings are tuned in fourths except for 2 strings, our second and third, which are tuned in thirds, which is why you'll see a lot of guitarists using those a lot for their solo work, because you get a lot of tone, you get more tone per fret than you do with the other strings. Now, there's certain things that we can do if we have limited mobility playing. I'm playing with the 2 fingers. I taught you how to you know, squeeze your palm together so you can get groups of 2 fingers, and you know, it's kind of like the old Vulcan thing where you play. What if you don't have any hands at all? Well, Sidell Davis, he takes and flips his guitar upside down, and then he plays with a spoon. And this way he's got his treble strings on the top where he can get to them, and he plays with a spoon just on his hand, and just like that. Now, we can also use certain guitars to get around and get us some more sound. The 12-string guitar, you double the strings, so naturally you've got double the, you know, the horsepower per stroke, so to speak. We'll try that with a 335 next, and then we'll go to a Hamer and let you see what all of those sound like. Alright, this is a Gibson ES335. I use this a lot, and let's see what it sounds like. So you get tone out of it, but you get double the tone with that Rickenbacker because it's got double the strings. Now, why do I use the ES335? I like it because it's got this bridge, and I can put my hand right here and kind of feel for which string I'm on with my bad hand, so I know where I'm playing. Now, that's bad technique if you've got all your faculties, because you're supposed to actually drop your hand down like this. But for me, it works out a 335 or a 335 type guitar. Now let's go to the Hamer and see what it does. Now this is a Hamer guitar, and it's nice and short, and I really like this little thing. It doesn't have a bridge where you can rest your palm, but you really don't need to. It's because it's just so compact. Now, to get our sound to start and stop, all we have to do is loosen our palm up, just let our hand go dead once we've fretted anything. Well, what if you only got one finger? Well, you can make a lot of good music with just one finger. That was the intro to Desire. So, I mean, you know, there's all kinds of things you can do with not much. You just kind of have to figure out what your situation is, and go from there. So whether you've got one finger or 2 fingers or all your fingers or no hands, there ought to be something you can do with the guitar. Good luck to you and in your recovery, and good luck playing the guitar.